Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are running out of schedule, way behind time, but we would still like to hear from our distinguished dignitaries on the stage. I would like to invite Shri Manikandan ji to kindly say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. All the senior most, the eminent drug control officers on the dais and other my dear colleagues. Actually, I don't want to take much time. Just I'll tell you because we have a separate session for that. So my just 1 minute is it is while seeing I feel very happy because as Apaji Garu has said, this has never happened in Indian history. First time it is happening. At the same time, our duty is to reaching everyone, and for the first time, somebody is there, and some organization is there, or some system is there to think about the welfare of the drug control officers. That is one of the very important thing. At the same time, whatever we do, various contribution, I suggested in the last session also, again, I just like to reiterate, we can go for a systematic insurance scheme for an organization. The organization itself can be insured. I think for that also some of the companies can support. Because if that happens, whatever the health issues or even some of the accidental cases happens, whatever we are going to contribute, that is there always. In addition to that, there can be there will be other guarantees also can be made. And just I want to thank, and there is no words to thank Kodishwar Rao ji, the Baldev Singh ji, and Hamara Dahiya Saab and the Lalit sir. Because they united the अभी तक like government में ऐसे system है हम लोग अलग अलग parallel में काम करते हैं. We separate in a different मतलब अलग अलग, the interaction is very less. They made it possible and it is the first conference. So what I want to see is the organization should come up with their own bylaws, rules, regulations, so that because it should not start with 1 year or 2 year or 5 years. So it should sustain, maybe I'm just thinking after 20, 30 years, what will be the role, what will be the structure, what will be the expectations from the organization. We need to think in that perspective so that the motto can be much more shaped in a better ways. Because now it is a child, as everybody quoted, the organization is a child. And we expect everybody should contribute through their knowledge, exposure, experience, everything, so that it can be put in a systematic way and we can achieve much more things. And other things I'll discuss again. There is a separate session. We can discuss some more about other areas. Just again, for this historic day, I congratulate everybody behind this organization and everybody united, because it is not easy. Like it is the second weekend, everybody leaving their families. Maybe somebody would have reached with family also to different parts of the country, and today they reached to Delhi to make it as a special occasion. And again, I thank and convey my best wishes to from CDSCO, all the state drug control department officers and everyone. We should make it as a part of our lifestyle, and we should take it as a family. And then there are many things which we can achieve that we will discuss later.
Now a bill collector will become a clerk will become a assistant tahsildar or nayab tahsildar, a tahsildar will become a RDO will become finally IAS. It's happening, but a drug inspector and my Bansal sir, last year best drug control officers awardee Mr. A.K. Bansal has retired as a drug inspector only. And to motivate you, now may I request Sri A. Manikandan ji, IAS, the former drug inspector at Tamil Nadu, and now the Chief Development Officer, Agra, Uttar Pradesh, to address you it is called as a motivation, but for your development. if you want to grasp if at least one, it will be a success for this event. Please, Manikandan sir, he is about to leave to Coimbatore. That is the reason I am giving you now.
Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity. And good evening, everyone. So, actually, before I had certain things to discuss, many points are covered already from the morning. So, I may not be repeating, but I just want to, some points I want to just clarify. And before that, actually, the important agenda or the reason for my presence here is mainly about the opportunities, especially the Raoji sir wanted to explain about the civil services. Mainly when I had this tea break and lunch break also, many of the officers here, either for themselves, for their family, or for some people are working in some colleges also, they wanted to know about these examinations and all. I'll take you just 5 minutes in that area, and there are another 5-10 minutes. I'm not going to take much of your time because already it is running late. So I will try to be as precise as possible. First thing is, there is a one misconception every time I used to say about UPSC examination. Whenever we talk about the examination, one question always comes. We always used to say that the pharmacy is not in the optional subject, or it is not the subject for the to study for IAS. That is the one of the major reasons quoted by all the like we can say from the graduates to the we can say the senior most officers and senior most people in our profession. But one thing just I want to clarify. The every year's result, if we discuss, if you see the result, 70% of the people who clear the civil service examinations are engineers. And we can say almost among that 70%, some 15-20% are ITNs. Same way, some people are around like 15-20% of overall result is MBBS. These 70% of engineer or MBBS people, whoever opt for civil services, jo become service mein, who has reached their this coveted service, but they never opted their engineering or their medical sciences as their optional subject. This is one of the very, maybe if would have been opted, it is less than 5% I can say. Which means whatever the subject we study in the degree, that is not like a point to be like discussed at all. But reality is something else. The simple thing is we lack awareness. In today's the digital world, the information is also a wealth. Whoever attended today's conference might have got something good. Whoever has not attended might have lost something. That piece of information. Same way, जो व्यक्ति को जिन लोगों का this UPSC के बारे में सूचना मिल गया, they easily clear. Whoever not got those nuances, they never clears. One of the major or a simple reason is our people, our pharmacy graduates in schools, colleges, they did not get the proper, because I don't think not even 10 people from pharmacy would have been in the service. But it should be the other way, because if we take the GDP of the nation, without pharmacy, we cannot talk about economy, Indian economy, we cannot talk about GDP, we cannot talk about anything. But unfortunately, all these things, India is, from morning we are discussing, India is pharmacy of the world, and there are so many things. But as a technical people, our contribution, if we see into those kind of higher level management, in higher level decision makings, for example, secretary level, joint secretary level, that is almost we can say nil, except CDSCO or NPPA. There is no such national level organization, or the roles are very limited, and PharmExcel for that matter. So we can simply say the pharmacy is run by, or the Department of Pharmaceutical, the Department of the Pharmaceuticals and Petrochemicals, or Department of Pharmaceutical, everything is run by someone else, not from the pharmacy background, not our technical people. The reason is, from already we were represented very less in the surveys, so the motivation is not there. The right information that is not reaching the lowest state of the like either it is from the students or the teachers, maybe professors, principals, universities, and then even among the officials. This is one of the major reason. So I think this through this forum that I always, whenever I go to meet students, I always emphasize that we should take this as an opportunity to reach our students to information dissemination. And one thing which I wanted to, in every meeting I used to say, whatever I studied in pharmacy for 4 years, I studied lesser than that for the UPSC examination to become an IAS officer. That was the truth. Because there is a small difference. Actually, I am a little studious guy during my college days. I used to refer so many books and materials during my UG. For each and every subject, I would be referring 3-4 books and all. Some local author, some national author, some international author. ऐसे चलता था. But when we go to UPSC, we cannot read too much. We should restrict, but we should have an in-depth knowledge to form our own opinions and then conclusions and all. That is the only difference between these two examinations. So the ultimate thing is, one is we lack information at the lowest level. Second, one more reason which I find is the number of engineering colleges are very high and the employment opportunities are limited. So they don't have any choice, when they don't find job opportunities, employment opportunities at the private sector or the government, automatically they enter into the competitive examination and their number is also quite good. And once from one college, for example, I studied in 2 colleges, wherever I studied, now there are a lot of students are preparing for UPSC. And many students contact me through mail, WhatsApp, some college principals also invited. Simple thing is, we need to give them, UPSC is also one of the available opportunities. We just throw them a light, this is also there for you. Whoever wanted, they can take. If 1 or 2 number, the results start to generate, automatically the flow will continue. Maybe after the 20 years, I remember 2-3 cases I just want to say. Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, minimum 500 officers would be serving minimum 500 officers would be serving throughout India from just one college, that is Tamil Nadu Agriculture University. And to quote an example, just last 30th, Tamil Nadu's Chief Secretary sir as well as Tamil Nadu DGP sir has retired, both are from the same college. Okay. So the same way, I know one of my senior, Dr. Vivekanandan, he is from veterinary university. He is the first veterinarian in 1991 to become an IRS officer. Now there are more than 100 plus officials from Tamil Nadu Veterinary Department who are working throughout the India as an IAS and IPS and the various categories. Same thing which I wanted, maybe another 15-20 years, we should have hundreds of officers from pharmacy to into the services. It cannot be possible by a single person. Just I request, wherever you want, definitely my support will be there. If you want, call me in Zoom call or some conferences. We can digitally, it become very convenient we can just half an hour, we can discuss and we can motivate everyone. So this is not a thing which we cannot achieve. Pharmacy profession mein, if one completes the B pharmacy, they will get some or the other work. The medical representative तो बहुत आसान से मिल जाते हैं. Otherwise they will open a pharmacy shop. अगर कुछ भी नहीं मिलता है, सर्टिफिकेट को देगा, monthly 3,000, 4,000 तो मिलेगी. So this makes our people not to try for these kind of examinations and other thing. So but if we provide information, definitely the cream people definitely will come into the services. And one more thing which I wanted to add with respect to this, not just UPSC examination or the civil services examination is only, we can say, the mother of competitive examination in India. It's a mother of all the competitive examination in India. Once we take up the examination, they can clear any examination in any of the state governments also. For example, the syllabus for UPSC and UPPCS, almost same. The examination is just 1 week later, prelims, mains, everything. So a aspirant preparing for one examination can attempt two examination and they can get into like settled. जो भी UPSC में miss होता है उनको तो they will get into the service in the UPPCS. So automatically, and I will tell you one important thing. Why do we need to, like, this is also interesting that I want to say you. See, I am working as a Chief Development Officer. My work is, presently I am looking after the rural development. There are around 40 plus departments reporting to me. Morning if I enter into office, somebody will come and discuss about the issues related to Anganwadis. Malnutrition, Anganwadis, all those things. Maybe within 10-15 minutes, somebody will come and discuss about the metro rail project in Agra. Another 10 minutes, PWD ka some road construction, bridge construction hoga. Maybe the next person will be coming from electricity department. The next person might be from school education. They will be coming with the primary education, midday meal schemes. Next, it might be veterinary department coming and discussing with goshalas, the snake bites or monkey bites, dog bites, all those things. And other, maybe after 15-20 minutes, it might be health. So what I wanted to say is, this is just imagine, your one day, the exposure which you are going to get is something different. And today I am in rural development, my next posting is going to be urban development, then will become a district magistrate. I'll be, maybe sometime will be selling milk, the next day might be selling liquor. And the third day might be excise department controlling the liquor. Okay, so the opportunities, just imagine the exposure which we are going to get, learn, all those things. It is really an like exciting like employment opportunity, which I can say. If somebody want to have some change, like and everybody knows about the whenever we speak about civil services, bureaucrats, the challenges are very high. For example, we would have faced COVID challenges, and again, drug control department is one of the very important pillar during the COVID management. Same way, there are various disasters or some of the financial related issues, many things. So we will get an opportunity to face these challenges, to become much more efficient in our own personality itself. That is the like one of the very important perspective of this examination. Definitely, I hope yourself, if you are eligible, if you haven't, just for UPSC, there are only 2 qualifications. A person should have a degree and should have completed 21 years of age. Nothing else. The examination fees is just 100 rupees. Okay. Most of the government examination in India, this is the same like qualification. And one more thing, under Government of India, there is no examination fees for women candidates or women officers. That's also like everybody should know. Okay. So this is what I want to just tell about the future career perspectives, either for you or family or somebody else. And other thing also, there are few things which I wanted to say, maybe something for professional capacity and something for our own personal well-being, which I wanted to share with all of you. One thing is, always do something. I got into service. I'm doing PhD now. Okay, doing PhD in pharmacy only. Okay, so and apart from that, I used to take lot of online courses also. Something which is of my interest, and I am also thinking to learn some language. So what happens when we get into service? We did not focus 2 things. One is our physical life, like being fitness. Most of the times when we see a government officer, we lack fitness. Okay, so that is one of the very important thing. It can be exercise, running, jogging, or gym, yoga, whatever. Second thing is, we should have our own hobby. It can be, for me, hobby is reading. So I am studying something. It can be reading some novels, books for you, or drawing, painting, whatever. Because every individual need like their own space. Because just maybe for a further clarification, I just want to say, 2 days before, I think day before yesterday, we got to know one DAG from government of Tamil Nadu has committed suicide for depression, due to depression. Okay, there are many such cases when we see throughout like our career. when we need to have a good mental as well as physical wellness, and there are, after COVID, the number of the heart attacks also increasing like anything. You people can able to see. So this also one of the very important thing which we need to have it in mind as an officers, because when we work for the nation or when we work for the family, definitely we forget these things which we need to keep it in mind. Always have a good friend circle. Have get-togethers, parties, all those things. And actually, I'm very happy that there is a national level get-together. Morning, I was seeing many people, many of the officers here are saying that he is my college mate, school mate, like that. And some are, we become colleagues, but still, many are here. I thought it is like a mini alumni meet. There is a time we got to spend. Definitely, we need to thank for this organization and the opportunity given by the team of this organization. So that is also one of the very important thing we need to focus in the life, then you can read. There are online courses which I want to suggest. There are many forums, many certificate courses available free of cost. Okay. Coursera, there are many other online platform, you can go and search. If you want a certificate, you need to pay. Just if you want to just learn, you don't want certificate, it is just free. You can read online courses for free. There are many courses you can just start. So that also you can have it in mind. Then a few things which I just wanted to say related to drug control and our maybe related to I just want to give some few feedbacks from my experience as an administrator from the field. One thing is there are few challenges which we are facing nowadays that we should keep it in mind. After the COVID, the counterfeit drug has increased. There are many reports says that more than the number is 50% plus counterfeit drugs adulteration has increased. That we need to keep it in mind. And the second one is already I think that last speaker, he was quoting few things. Maybe I just want to add that technologically updating, that is very important thing. That e-pharmacy thing also I was following. See, now food is available within half an hour, but medicine still a challenge. Okay, so instead of controlling it, see, again, just to remind you, our duty is not just to control or regulate. Our duty is also to make the drug available and accessible. That is also one of the very important thing. So when we speak about regulation and control, sometimes we forget that the availability, accessibility also should not be a challenge. Okay, so to make it, and we need to be clear that also. And one thing which that earlier speaker has quoted, the controller, regulator, all those things. Now it is government view. Just I want to reiterate for our own clarification also. 50 years back, when after independence, government policy itself controlling. Then government become a regulator. Today the government is a facilitator. Government is no longer a controller, no longer a regulator. Government today is a facilitator. We want to promote, because we are aiming for 5 trillion economy and much more than that. There are many state government itself trying for 1 trillion, 2 trillion economy. So when such cases, of course, there should be a carrot and stick approach. Carrot is for जो भी अच्छी काम करते हैं उनके लिए carrot है. जो stick है, मतलब my earlier point was related to counterfeit. So whenever somebody is doing malpractices which affect the public safety, definitely we need to use the iron hand and crush them. At the same time, we need to be identify, we need to have a differential approach for different people. That may be one of the important thing. And in those areas, definitely these kind of drug manufacturer association can be of more helpful, because many times when in our law and order issues and all, when we go and directly approach the people, it is very difficult to control. But उसमें भी कुछ नेता होगा, उनको पकड़ करके आराम से साइड में बुला कर उनको 2 शब्द बताएंगे, वो सा करके सारा संभालेगा, कोई इशू नहीं है, ठीक है. So there is it is a way we can do a smart work rather than working hard in the field. That's what which I was trying to make. And one of the very important point, this is my own interested project also which I am doing on, and I think Apaji Garu is also will agree with me. One very important thing which always I am worried is, you might have heard about the word called out-of-pocket expenditure. the out-of-pocket expenditure on medicine is very high. If somebody is not aware of the out-of-pocket expenditure, which I just want to explain, how much we spend from our own pockets, that is called out-of-pocket expenditure. When we spend for our health, it is out-of-pocket expenditure on health. Whereas we spend from our pocket for the medicine, it is called out-of-pocket expenditure on medicine. Why am I explaining this particular sentence? In India, the out-of-pocket expenditure on health is very high. Among the health, total health, more than 50% of the out-of-pocket expenditure on medicine, out of health, more than 50% this contribution is by out-of-pocket expenditure on the medicine. So, which means when a person goes to hospital, his total, out of his total expenses, 60% is paid only for medicine. Just I want to remind, like Hamara Garima Beti ka case, I just want to refer. Here we are trying to give money and save her. Yes, of course. But think it in another way. Why this medicine cost is exorbitant? That we are not able to achieve. Why that is not available for a patient when it is life-saving drug? This affordability factor, why I am discussing this under this forum, this is also part of the drug control department, where our role is, we are not aware, because one thing is, national level also, we has very limited policy or limited things, because we don't have clarity on this, how to regulate this. There is NPPA, everybody would have heard of. Appaji Garu was a chairman for that. He has taken a lot of initiative on that. So my idea was DPCO order. We are implementing the authorities for DPCO order. That is one small area, DPCO order is. But there are lot of scope where we can play and reduce the cost of medicines. That is what I am just giving an area where we can contribute and we can save public life. For example, हमको गरिमा बेटी के बारे में हमको पता है. Just imagine throughout India, throughout the world, how many garimas are suffering. This is just one drug. Just imagine how many drugs, how many people are suffering for these kind of diseases. And one more thing, the medicine is available. The medicine is available, but it is not affordable and it is not accessible for a particular patient. So this is also a role of, here I am not going to give any conclusion. Okay, just think, how can we, and one more thing, I will put it in another way. Why do we need to worry about this? It is part of socioeconomics. When every family here, I am also part of a family, we have a kid or an elderly person with some lifestyle disease. We spend minimum 10% to 15% of money only on medicine or health expenditure every month. So automatically what happens is, already what happens is, when we are spending on medicine, we cannot spend that particular amount on any other thing. For example, food or dresses or our other lifestyle. So automatically, one more very important data, just 2 days before it is released, which says that 50 among the total population, 20% of the lower state of the population, the Garib people, has among the 20% of the Garib people in India, 50% of the people are dragged into poverty just because of COVID. Do you understand what it means? Just because of medicine, just because of health expenditure. And the data which I am saying is based on the 2015-16 data. 15-16 में जो वो कमाया था, उनका इनकम था, उससे उनका गरीबी हो गया 50% of the populations, mainly because of the health expenditure. And it is also our role. And just we need to think and explore how can we. And I'll tell you a solution also, maybe a single point. Mein, controlling, regulating, bringing a scheme alone will not solve this issue. Promoting the private players, making it, for example, online pharmacies or anything. I am not saying compromise the public safety. With the public safety, bring something which can solve the issue of availability, accessibility and affordability in India. And always I am there. Anybody, anytime, if you need any support for anything of academic or anything, I am always there. You can reach me. And thank you so much for everyone for patient listening. And special thanks to Kotishwar Rao sir for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
See, earlier only with B.Pharm we used to get drug inspector, but now most of the young officers are minimum PhD people are there, some double PhD also there. That means you have got extra knowledge, over knowledge, extraordinary intelligence. You can become an IAS. It is not that much a big issue. Most of the IAS people, if you analyze, their background is either BA or BCom only. You just see many of them. Recently, only the MBBS veterinary doctors are coming, or BTech doctors are coming. It is possible, Mr. Young officers, now you might be seeing in many states, IAS officers are head of the departments for us. If you work hard for 1 year or 2 years, you may become head of this department with B pharmacy background. And maybe I don't know how to approach, but we want to address to the concerned people that, okay, we are not interested IAS officers or IPS officers as a head for our department. If bus not escapable, and it is must, at least an IAS officer with minimum B pharmacy degree background, at least they repeat to our department, they will understand something what is pharmacy. In India, as on today, I collected about 18 B pharmacy background IAS officers are there. Whether you have an idea, I don't know, I have an idea about them. And definitely, inshallah, we hope that one fine morning, Manikandan sir will become commissioner for FDA Uttar Pradesh also. May I request Deepika Madam ji and Swapnil ji to honor Sri Manikandan ji.